Dominic froze in the doorway. His 72-year-old mother, who hadn't smiled in 3 years, was swaying in her wheelchair, arms raised, laughing. The housemaid stood beside her, clapping to the music. His throat tightened. He'd spent hundreds of thousands on doctors, nurses, equipment. And a housemaid with a $5 speaker had done what none of them could. But let's rewind. Because what led to this moment changes everything. His mother, Patricia, was 72 years old. 3 years ago, severe joint pain had stolen her ability to walk. Now she sat in a wheelchair, trapped in a body that refused to cooperate. Dominic had tried everything. He flew in top doctors from across the country. He installed the most advanced medical equipment money could buy. Physical therapists came weekly with specialized programs. Round-the-clock nurses worked in shifts, monitoring every detail. Her suite looked like a private hospital wing, sterile, efficient, expensive. But Patricia remained the same. She barely spoke anymore. When she did, her words came out sharp and cold. She rejected conversations. She turned her face away when nurses tried engaging her. Her eyes had lost their light. The nurses couldn't handle it. "She refuses to cooperate," the first one said after 2 weeks. "Too hostile," another complained before quitting. "I've worked with difficult patients before, but this..." A third nurse shook her head and walked out. Dominic responded the only way he knew how. He doubled their salaries. He offered bonuses. He promised better schedules. Still, they left. His mother sat in her room, day after day, staring at nothing. The medication dulled her pain but seemed to dull everything else too. She ate little. She slept poorly. She existed, but she wasn't living. Dominic felt helpless, which was an unfamiliar feeling for a man who controlled boardrooms and commanded respect with a single phone call. Money had always been his solution, but this problem wouldn't budge. One Tuesday morning, his assistant mentioned a new hire, a young woman named Gloria. She wasn't applying for a nursing position, just housekeeping, light cleaning, laundry, basic tasks around the estate. Dominic barely glanced at her file. Another staff member. Fine. Whatever kept the household running. What he didn't know was that Gloria had studied behavioral therapy years ago. She never finished her certification. Life got complicated, money ran out. But she had learned something valuable during those years. She learned how to see people. Not their symptoms. Not their diagnosis. Not their disability. Just them. Gloria started work quietly. She cleaned the hallways, organized the kitchen, kept things tidy. But she noticed something immediately. The house was silent. Not peaceful silent. Heavy silent. Like sadness had settled into the walls. She heard the nurses talking in hushed voices about the difficult patient upstairs. She watched them enter Patricia's room with tight expressions and leave even tighter. One afternoon, Gloria was dusting the hallway near Patricia's suite when she heard a sound. A small, choked sob. She paused. The door was slightly open. Through the gap, she saw Patricia sitting in her wheelchair, facing the window. Her shoulders were trembling. Tears ran silently down her face. But no one was there to see. The nurse had stepped out for a break. The room felt cold despite the temperature being perfectly controlled. Gloria hesitated. This wasn't her job. She was just the housekeeper. But something pulled at her heart. She knocked gently on the doorframe. Patricia didn't turn around. "Excuse me, ma'am," Gloria said softly. "I'm just tidying up. I'll be quiet." No response. Gloria entered slowly, picking up a glass from the side table. She moved carefully, respectfully. As she worked, she noticed a framed photograph on the shelf. Patricia, much younger, dancing at what looked like a wedding. Her smile was radiant. Her arms were raised mid-spin, joy captured in a single moment. Gloria glanced at the woman in the wheelchair. That same person was buried somewhere inside. Before leaving, Gloria did something small. She adjusted Patricia's pillows, making sure they supported her back properly. Then she opened the curtains just a bit wider, letting more natural light into the room. "There," Gloria said gently. "A little sunshine never hurt." Patricia's head turned slightly. Just an inch. But it was something. Over the next few days, Gloria continued her work quietly. She never forced conversation. She simply made herself present. While cleaning Patricia's room, she hummed softly. She asked small, gentle questions. "Would you like me to open the window? The breeze is nice today. Should I move this chair closer to the light? Do you prefer the curtains open or closed?" At first, Patricia said nothing, but slowly, tiny cracks appeared in the wall she had built. One morning, Patricia muttered, "Closed. I prefer them closed." Gloria smiled. "Closed it is." It was the first real sentence Patricia had spoken to staff in weeks. The following afternoon, Gloria noticed a small radio on the shelf, covered in dust. She wiped it clean and asked, "Do you like music, ma'am?" Patricia's eyes flickered. For just a moment, something stirred. "I used to," she whispered. Gloria's heart skipped. That was more than a sentence. That was a memory. "What kind?" Gloria asked gently. Patricia's voice was barely audible. "Old songs. From when I was young." Gloria nodded. "I'll find some." That evening, Gloria searched online for classic soul and jazz playlists. The next day, she brought a small portable speaker into Patricia's room. She pressed play. The opening notes of an old melody filled the air. Patricia froze. Her fingers twitched. Her eyes closed. And for the first time in months, she took a deep breath that wasn't heavy with sadness. Gloria watched quietly, her own eyes misting. This was it. This was the crack in the armor. Over the following days, music became part of their routine. Gloria would play soft songs while tidying the room. Sometimes she swayed gently to the rhythm. One afternoon, she tapped her foot. "Just a little movement," Gloria smiled. "Helps the spirit." Patricia watched her. Then, hesitantly, she tapped her own fingers against the armrest. Barely noticeable. But it was there. Gloria's smile widened. "That's it. Just like that." The next day, Patricia's shoulders moved slightly to the beat. The day after, her head bobbed gently. It wasn't therapy. It wasn't a medical intervention. It was connection. It was joy, slowly waking up. Then one Wednesday, everything shifted. Dominic came home early. A meeting had been canceled. He walked through the front door, briefcase in hand, expecting the usual silence. But he heard something. Music and laughter. His mother's laughter. He stopped in his tracks. That sound, he hadn't heard it in years. His heart pounding, Dominic walked quickly toward her suite. The door was half open. And what he saw brought us back to where we started. Patricia sat in her wheelchair, swaying gently to the music. Her arms were raised, her face glowing with something Dominic hadn't seen in years. Gloria stood beside her, clapping softly, encouraging every small movement. Dominic's hand gripped the doorframe. His chest felt tight. All the money he'd spent, all the specialists, all the advanced equipment sitting unused in the corner. And this young housemaid, with nothing but a cheap speaker and her time, had reached his mother in ways no one else could. The song ended. Patricia opened her eyes and saw him standing there. For a moment, silence hung between them. Then she smiled. A real, warm smile. "Dominic," she said softly. Her voice wasn't sharp. It wasn't cold. It was her. He swallowed hard, struggling to find words. Gloria quickly moved to turn off the music, looking uncertain. "I'm sorry, sir. I didn't mean to." "Don't apologize." His voice came out rougher than he intended. He cleared his throat. "What? What were you doing?" Gloria glanced at Patricia, then back at him. "Just music, sir. And a little movement. Nothing medical. Just being here." Dominic stepped into the room slowly, his eyes never leaving his mother. Patricia's hands rested in her lap now, but her face still held that softness. That light. "How long has this been happening?" he asked. "About 2 weeks," Gloria answered quietly. "I noticed she seemed lonely, so I started playing songs she liked. We talk sometimes. She tells me stories from when she was younger." Dominic felt something crack inside his chest. His mother had been lonely, and he'd tried to fix it with money, with professionals, with systems and schedules, but not with presence. He pulled up a chair and sat down across from Patricia, really looked at her, not as a problem to solve, not as a patient to manage, as his mother. "Mom," he said softly, "I didn't know." Patricia's eyes glistened. "You've been busy, Dominic, building your empire. I understand. That's not an excuse." His voice broke slightly. "I should have been here, not just paying people to be here." Patricia reached out a trembling hand. He took it immediately, holding it carefully. "You're here now," she whispered. They sat like that for a long moment. Gloria quietly stepped toward the door to give them privacy. "Wait," Dominic said, turning to her. "Don't go." Gloria stopped, uncertain. Dominic stood, his business instincts kicking in, but this time with a different purpose. "I want to hire you. Properly. Not as a housekeeper." Gloria blinked. "Sir, whatever you're doing, this connection you've built with my mother, I want you to continue. Full-time. I'll pay you well. You'll have support staff so you're never overworked. Your only job is to be here. To talk with her. To play music. To help her move when she feels strong enough." Gloria looked at Patricia, who nodded encouragingly. Gloria hesitated. "I'm not certified. I never finished my therapy training." "I don't care about certifications," Dominic said firmly. "The certified professionals quit. You stayed. You saw her. That's worth more than any degree." Gloria's eyes filled with tears. She nodded. "I'd be honored." Over the following weeks, the house transformed. Music played every afternoon. Not loud, but present, filling the silence that had weighed so heavily before. Gloria continued her gentle sessions with Patricia. Some days they just talked. Other days, Patricia felt strong enough to practice small movements, lifting her arms, rotating her shoulders, tapping her feet. On particularly good days, Gloria would help her stand with support, holding her steady while Patricia's legs remembered what it felt like to bear weight. But the biggest change wasn't physical. It was emotional. Patricia laughed more. She told stories about her youth, about meeting Dominic's father, about dreams she'd had before life got complicated. Gloria listened to every word, making Patricia feel seen in ways she hadn't been in years. And Dominic started coming home earlier. At first, he told himself it was just to check on things, to make sure his investment in Gloria's new role was paying off. But that wasn't the truth. The truth was, he'd missed his mother. One evening, he arrived home to find them in the middle of a music session. Patricia was seated, moving her arms in slow, graceful arcs. Gloria was demonstrating a gentle stretch. "Can I join?" Dominic asked from the doorway. Both women turned, surprised. Patricia's face lit up. "Of course." He sat down, feeling awkward at first. But Gloria guided him gently, showing him how to mirror his mother's movements, how to encourage without pushing. The three of them moved together, slowly, to the rhythm of an old song. And for the first time in years, Dominic felt something he'd forgotten. Peace. Not the kind that came from closing a deal or checking off tasks. The kind that came from simply being present with someone you loved. After the session, as Gloria stepped out to prepare tea, Patricia looked at her son. "You know what I missed most?" she asked softly. Dominic shook his head. "You," she said. "Not your money. Not the doctors or equipment. Just you. Sitting with me. Talking. Laughing. Being my son, not my manager." Her words hit him like a punch to the chest. "I'm sorry, Mom," he whispered. "I thought I was helping. I thought if I just spent enough." "I know." She squeezed his hand. "But Dominic, some things can't be bought. Presents can't be outsourced. Love isn't a transaction." He nodded, tears burning behind his eyes. From that day forward, Dominic made a decision. No more late nights at the office unless absolutely necessary. No more treating his mother's care like a business problem to delegate. He started joining the music sessions regularly. He learned his mother's favorite songs. He listened to her stories, really listened, instead of nodding while checking his phone. And slowly, he began to understand what Gloria had known from the beginning. Healing wasn't just about medicine. It was about connection. About showing up. About making someone feel like they mattered. 1 month later, something remarkable happened. During an afternoon session, Patricia looked at Gloria with determination in her eyes. "I want to try," she said. "Try what?" Gloria asked gently. "Walking. Just a few steps. With support." Gloria glanced at Dominic, who had just entered the room. His eyes widened. "Are you sure, Mom?" he asked, moving closer. Patricia nodded. "I'm not saying I'll run a marathon. But I want to try. I want to feel alive again." Together, Dominic and Gloria helped her stand. Patricia's legs trembled. Her grip on their arms was tight. But she stood. And then, with their support, she took one small, shaky step. Then another. Then one more. Tears streamed down Dominic's face. Gloria bit her lip, trying not to cry. Patricia's face was fierce with concentration. And joy. After 5 steps, she needed to sit again. But as they lowered her carefully back into the wheelchair, she was laughing. Actually laughing. "I did it," she whispered, breathless. "I actually did it." Dominic knelt beside her, holding both her hands. "You did, Mom. You did." But the journey wasn't over yet. Because the next morning, something unexpected happened that would test everything they'd built. The next morning, Dominic received a call from a former colleague. "I heard about your mother's progress," the man said. "I want to hire Gloria. Name her price. My father needs someone like her." Dominic's jaw tightened. "She's not for sale. Everyone has a price. Dominic. You taught me that." He hung up without responding. But the call shook him. Because once upon a time, he would have said the same thing. That evening, he found Gloria reading to his mother in the garden. Patricia's wheelchair was positioned in the shade, her face peaceful as she listened. Dominic sat down beside them, waiting until Gloria finished the chapter. "Someone tried to hire you away today," he said. Gloria looked up, surprised. "What did you tell them?" "That you're not for sale." He paused. "But I realized something. I'm still treating this like a transaction. Paying you to care. And that's not what this is about, is it?" Gloria set the book down carefully. "Sir, I don't do this for the money. I do it because your mother deserves to feel human again. Because everyone does." Patricia reached for Dominic's hand. "That's the difference, son. Gloria gave me something money can't buy. She gave me dignity. She gave me her time, not because she had to, but because she wanted to." Dominic nodded slowly, the lesson finally sinking in completely. Over the following months, Patricia's progress continued. Some days were harder than others. Some days, the pain returned and she couldn't move much at all. But even on those days, she wasn't alone. Dominic had learned to sit with her through the difficult moments. to hold her hand, to talk about nothing and everything. Gloria continued her gentle encouragement, never pushing, always present. And the house that once felt like a medical facility became a home again. One afternoon, 6 months after that first music session, Patricia stood with minimal support and took 10 full steps across the room. Dominic and Gloria applauded. But the greatest victory wasn't the steps. It was the smile on Patricia's face, the light in her eyes, the knowledge that she was loved, not managed. That evening, as they sat together, Patricia spoke softly. "Dominic, you gave me everything money could buy. But Gloria gave me what I needed most. Someone who saw me as a person, not a problem." He squeezed her hand. "I understand now, Mom. Finally." She smiled. "Good. Because life isn't measured in bank accounts. It's measured in moments like this." The three of them sat together. No medical equipment beeping. No nurses rushing in and out. Just presence. Just connection. Just love. And Dominic realized that the most successful thing he'd ever done wasn't building a business empire. It was learning to come home. Money solves problems. Presence heals hearts. People don't need perfect solutions. They need someone who cares enough to stay. The greatest gift you can give isn't expensive. It's your time, your attention, your humanity. Patricia didn't need a miracle drug. She needed music, laughter, and someone willing to sit close enough to see her pain. Sometimes the strongest medicine isn't found in a prescription. It's found in a song, a gentle touch, and the simple act of showing up. Because healing doesn't always require expertise. Sometimes it just requires empathy. If this story touched you, subscribe so you never miss another one. And if you're still not subscribing, comment below, what's holding you back? Thank you very much for watching.